Hey, Shalom, Akim Shalom. Before I begin this lesson, I want to start off by giving all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rachakorash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught me this truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect out there. Shalom. All right, so, I came across this article like about a minute or two ago, just, wanted to make a video through the spirit because you know, the title of this article says 10 natural painkillers that actually work. Okay, and it shows a picture there. It says pineapple, blueberries, turmeric, ginger. I think that's peppermint. And, I don't know what that one at the bottom is. But anyway, the point is, uh, at the plantation, brothers may have certain ailments, okay? Some of us work manual labor, some of us work, doing a lot of driving, when what have you. And these decrepit bodies that we're in, these corruptible bodies, are subject to wear and tear and, just falling apart. And, you got a lot of brothers that might have knee pain, back pain, shoulder pain, elbow pain, pain in their hands, pain in their neck, pain in different parts of the body. All right, different things that just don't make sense, you know. Like you may have pain when driving, you know, or you may have pain when lifting a case of water. That shit don't make no sense. Okay, you've always been able to do it, and then now for whatever reason, now your body can't handle it. You see, and sometimes it's a matter of stretching. All right, sometimes it's a matter of diet. If you're eating poisonous foods like, fast food every day, and I'm going to say this, if you're eating fast food every single day, all right, expect to get sick, expect to end up having some type of pain in your body because those aren't even foods, man. All right, yeah, you're going to get a little bit of protein, fats, carbs, what food is made of. All right, but then you're going to get 100 other things you don't want. You see what I'm saying? You get all these fillers and additives, preservatives, colors, food dyes, dough conditioners, different types of yeast, GMO yeast, all type of bullshit, man. And then you're eating that and it goes in your body and, you don't really know what it's doing in there. Okay, so that's why it's best to really cut out all processed foods, every last one of them. Just eat whole foods, real foods, foods that either you gotta cook it or I'm gonna just keep it simple. Uh, 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 when you go to the grocery store, stay out of the aisles. Go to the produce section to get your herbs, get your greens. All right, get your if you eat fruits, get your fruits. Okay, get your protein. Go to the meat section. Buy the meat raw. Don't buy no pre-cooked meat. All right, look on the ingredients. I bet you there's bullshit added to it. You see, don't buy no hamburger helper. Don't buy no fucking Stofers. Don't buy no TV dinners. All right, learn how to cook. And you'll notice that a lot of these problems that your body's is giving you, okay, it will be greatly minimized to where you still gonna suffer in the flesh, but you're not gonna be in agonizing pain 24/7. All right, and I'll give your brothers an example. I had knee pain, back pain, you know, shoulder pains, all type of pains throughout the years, man. And through diet, through exercise, okay, I've been able to minimize that, which that takes discipline. All right, and we need to exercise discipline, all right, in order to stay in this truth and be strong in the faith. you got to take care of your earthly vessel, man. The scriptures say our body is the temple of the Holy Spirit. You see? So you got to take care of your earthly vessel in order to continue to preach and teach and do the work and believe, okay? Now, first and foremost, is faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai that's going to heal you, okay? And you got to pray over whatever body part is causing you pain, okay? And if you could find a prayer in the Hebrew, you know, or you know, a brother that knows, you know, a particular prayer in the Hebrew for, you know, ailments, okay? You know, which I'm sure the GMS brethren have videos on that, and I have seen videos on it in the past, and I've actually used some of those prayers in the past for my back. You know, but if you don't have anything on hand, just pray in English and the Lord will hear you, man. You know, call on the name of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai and ask the Lord to heal you. All right. And, you know, one big thing that that I've been using recently is turmeric. All right. I'm going to read this here on turmeric. It says, turmeric is a bright yellow spice containing curcumin, most typically used as a spice in many Indian cuisine for its robust flavor and aromatics. It is a powerful antioxidant. All right, anti-oxidation, right? So it removes oxidative stress from the body. It says with anti-inflammatory properties. So inflammation is what's causing that pain. All right, something gets injured, or you know, something's wrong in your body, and it causes inflammation. The inflammation creates that pain response. All right, but inflammation heals you because inflammation is your body trying to fix it. But sometimes it can, if you have a lot of toxins in your body, too much inflammation is a bad thing. Okay, and you know that's just the body's response to something is wrong is the inflammation. But again, too much inflammation, or if it's blocked up, you know, it's all stuck in that one area, that's going to cause a lot of pain. So that's why you want anti-inflammatories, okay? And this is why people take painkillers. But the problem with non-steroidal anti-inflammatory medication, NSAIDs is what they call it, right? Like Tylenol and ibuprofen and all that bullshit, is that, yeah, it reduces inflammation, but it also damages the affected area, okay? And it's not sustainable, all right? And it causes stomach problems and a bunch of side effects. It's unnatural, man. That's Esau's Band-Aid, all right? Fuck that, all right? Turmeric, okay? And for me, man, I take like, you know, 3 tablespoons, maybe twice a day, you know, in a green smoothie. I make a green smoothie with some water, throw some turmeric in there, chop up a little bit of ginger. That thing is powerful, man. Take that before work and after work. You're gonna feel great. You see? And try to get organic, you know, if you can find it in your area. Cause you know, these things matter. Okay? You don't want GMOs, because that's fake bullshit. Alright? But if you get the real thing, hey, this is powerful. Alright, it says turmeric is a bright yellow spice containing curcumin, most typically used as a spice in many blah blah blah. Let's skip all that. Here we go. It reduces joint pain, stiffness, and inflammation associated with arthritis and other bone-related conditions. Studies show turmeric can be as effective as ibuprofen for managing osteoarthritis pain. You can consume turmeric as a spice in food or make tea by simmering ground turmeric in water. For stronger effects, take curcumin supplements paired with black pepper to enhance absorption. Consult a doctor before use if you are on blood thinners. Interesting. See, I never knew about the black pepper, but I've heard that before. People have told me that if you add black pepper to turmeric, it activates it even more powerful. All right, and I've been taking it without that, and it still works. So imagine, you know, and the thing with these herbs, man, you're not gonna grab, have your meal and then sprinkle a little bit of turmeric over your meal. That's not gonna work. You gotta take it in high quantities. All right. Like I said, I take a couple tablespoons a day, maybe more, depending on how much pain I got or whatever. You see? And the beautiful thing about it is it actually does heal you, man, because once that inflammation gets out of there, the body can begin to heal. All right? And it's not it may not always fix the problem right away, because you might have another underlying issue, but it at least allows you to function. You see, it allows you to function while you're looking for that solution, or you might be doing stretches, you might be doing rehab exercises. All right, like when you injure your knee or something, they'll have you do like mini squats and leg raises and little light movements to build the muscle back up around the knee and shit like that. But if you have so much pain, excruciating, you can't get through it, your body's not healing, that's where you get those anti-inflammatories, which there's a lot of different ways. Turmeric is one of them. Ginger is another. Okay. Some people like taking fish oil supplements. I've taken fish oil in the past, just natural things you can find. And it heals the body. And it allows you to build your strength back up from being, dysfunctional, destroyed, to being, feeling 10 years younger. Okay, and this right here proves the power of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, man. All right, the Lord created these natural medicines out of the earth, man. And Esau will have you believe that this shit doesn't work, that this is bullshit, that, the only thing that works is going to his pharmacy and buying a pill for everything, But as we have seen on all my videos and the videos of the Brothers of Great Millstone, okay, this man, Esau Edom, the so-called white man, is unprofitable, okay? His society promotes death. So you understand that the Lord created life to flourish on the earth. And, these natural plants, just eating a plant can heal you, man. That shows the power of the Lord, man. All right. So with that, we're just going to go into the scriptures real quick. All right. This is Sirach chapter 38 and verse 4. The Lord hath created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them, right? The Lord created medicines out of the earth. You got your greens, all right, which have a lot of benefits. You have your turmeric, your ginger, and different herbs, okay? Some brothers may take ashwagandha for stress. Because stress can cause problems too, man. Some people, their jobs stress them out so much they can't sleep. Then the less sleep you get, the more stress your body creates. That's cortisol. Cortisol goes up. Now you're losing your mind. Next thing you know, you get into a car wreck because you're so stressed out. You see, one thing leads to another. These things are holistic. But if you live a healthy lifestyle and you try to stick to stay as far away from Esau's way of living as possible and cleave unto the ways of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. In the kingdom, we ain't going to be eating Big Macs. We ain't going to be eating no fucking bullshit foods with chemicals in them and unbalanced foods. Okay, in the kingdom, we're going to be eating our herbs. We're going to be eating healthy meats. We're going to be eating healthy, real food, man. And we don't really have to eat, but we could eat. All right, but I'll tell you what we're not going to do. We're not going to be eating unbalanced bullshit that we're eating here, man. All right? The Lord has created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them. And that last part is key, man, because a lot of people they talk about how, oh yeah, that's great, but then they still taking Tylenol when they get a headache. Fuck that bullshit. Throw all your pills in the trash. If you get a headache, man, hey, suffer through it. That should motivate you to figure out a real solution, man. Not fucking just take a fucking pill, man. Those pills, man, those pills cause all type of different problems for you. And then you have more problems, and how you gonna solve those? With another pill, man. That's unprofitable, man. It's time to come out of the ways, the philosophies, the doctrines of Babylon, man. Get away from this man's system, man. The more you rely on this devil, you see, the less you rely on Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. What are you going to do with that mindset? You taking 20 pills and they mandate the MOTB. You going to quit then? You going to quit all them pills then and resist the MOTB? You're not, man. Because you were too attached to this system. And that's one aspect of being attached to this system. For some people, it may be, the entertainment. For some people, it may be the money. For some people, it may be the party scene. For some people, the food, whatever. You see? So with that, let's go ahead, go to Sirach 30 and 25. It says, a cheerful and good heart will have a care of his meat and diet. You see, because the food affects your mood. All right? Hey, that rhymes. The food affects the mood, you see? I didn't even mean to do that. That's the spirit, man. You eat a healthy diet, you're going to be in a good mood. You're going to be in your right mind. You're going to be more focused, more alert. All right? All this stuff works together. All right? And these are just two things we can do to strengthen our earthly vessel in order to be able to serve Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai with more force. Okay? Because, eating Big Macs every day, you won't be able to be in this truth very long. All right, or if you do, you're gonna be making less quality sacrifices for the Lord, right? Your videos, you might forget what you're gonna say, or you might, not read enough, because that food gets, messes you up, and you can't think straight. At least for me it does. I know, maybe some of you brothers out there might be very talented, and you could eat garbage for a while and function, but eventually that will catch up to you sooner rather than later, man. So yeah, these are great things to do. Try these out if you're having pain, in your joints. Try some turmeric, try some ginger, and cut out processed foods, Yasharallah. All right. So I pray that lesson was edifying to the hopeful elect. I want to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Rachakorash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught me this truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom wa abba babal. Shalom.